Hey guys, we're back for another tag. I think this is the first one of the year, is it?
Yes,
Yep, it is.
First one of 2015. So we are going to do the confidential book tag. I cannot talk. And it was originated by Fictional Gooseberry. So we're going to go ahead.
That's a cool name.
Yes, I like that name.
Yeah.
And this first question, what is the oldest book on your bookshelf? Book you bought the longest time ago? I'm going to lie, this is not the oldest book on my bookshelf because I still have books up in Indiana where I'm from. But this is the oldest book that I have down here. And it is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I got it the night it came out in 2007. So,
That was like almost right after you moved
yeah.
down here.
Yeah. It literally was right after I moved down here. So, but I have 6 up north. I have 5 up north. I have the first 4 in paperback up north, and I have older books also. But that's the oldest one I have down here. What about you guys? What's the oldest book you have?
Nick can go.
Nick can go.
Mine is Sleepers by Lorenzo Carcaterra. This was a movie that I was obsessed with as a child. This book is from 1996. I read it a lot. It's like barely hanging on. This is the oldest book I currently have.
It's older than your Stephen King one.
Yeah.
Okay. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, because that came out later.
Okay.
Beverly Cleary's Muggy Maggie. I bought it in the 3rd grade because our 3rd grade teacher, she would sit down and she would have like reading time where she would read us books, and she read us this book. I mean, it's super short, but I mean, yeah, it's the oldest one that I have.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Okay, so question 2. What is your latest purchase?
Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I bought it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
At Books A Million in their bargain section. I don't own any of the other ones. But it was on clearance. I read the first 2. I know I like them, but it's going to be a good time trying to find the other ones in the same cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
For not $1 billion.
Yeah.
They're changing the covers.
Well, they combined the first
Oh, they
2,
did?
and then, like the first 4 and, bind-ups.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 different bind-ups. I think that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's the same, I'm pretty sure it's the same dude on the cover. They just look different.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of prefer the original covers.
Yeah.
Yep. Mine was Envy by Anna Gobertson. It's a part of the Lux series. I bought it today.
For me, continuing on the Harry Potter theme here, today I bought Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. So I bought it at New to You. Finally, I'm complete. My series is complete. They're all first editions. I know that sounds horrible, but yeah.
Not at all.
Alright, so the next question. What is the most expensive book on your shelf?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. It was $34.99.
Okay. No, just joking.
I was like, whoa, is it really that heavy? Oh, okay. Yeah.
George R. R. Martin's Dance with Dragons. I couldn't remember if this was the most expensive one, but I can't remember the price of the other one that I have, so I'm going to say yes because I know the price of this one, and this one was $35 even.
With 30% off.
I wasn't a member at the time, so I
Oh.
spent full price.
Oh my god, there you go.
So, yep.
I don't remember how much this book was, but I picked Edgar Allan Poe's Selected Works. Because it's pretty, so I'm assuming it was a lot of money at the time.
Yeah.
Alright, so next question is, what is the most inexpensive book on your shelf? Not free or a gift? Where did it go? You can go first, Nick.
Mine's The Prom Queen by R.L. Stein. I think I paid $1 for it at New to You. I forgot to grab it.
What was it?
I don't remember.
That's okay, we can skip it for you.
Okay.
Me? It's my Fraggle Rocks. And I pluralize that because I have multiples. I think he charged me. I got it new to you. and I think he charged me 50 cents for each. I have like 8 of them, but I just brought this one because it was the first one that I grabbed, so that would be the cheapest. And you, Bertha?
Well, when you go to our used bookstore, anytime you buy a paperback, it's $1.
It's $2.
Those are $2.
Oh, these are?
Yeah, the bigger paperback. The mass market paperbacks are $1.
Okay, yeah, I haven't bought any of those yet, so. I got You Suck, A Love Story. This is the second one in his 3-book trilogy about vampires. It's a very, very humorous story. It's by Christopher Moore.
They're really good.
Oh, they're so funny. So that was my cheapest book.
Okay. What is a book you've wasted money on?
I'm gonna say Sarah Dessen that summer. I know so many people love Sarah Dessen. I can't 100% say I wasted money on it because I tried to read it this summer. Maybe it just wasn't a good time to read it, and I just wasn't into it. I didn't get very far. It didn't grab my attention. I'm gonna keep it and try it again, but as for right now, I'm saying this one. Sorry, Sarah Dessen fans.
I don't have one. I couldn't think of one on my shelf because I haven't read all the books on my shelf, so.
So
Sorry.
this is a
book that you've wasted money on.
Play Dead by Ryan Brown. Okay, so this is basically takes place in Texas, and it's about a football team. The main character is the quarterback, and it seems like he's the quarterback of the first year, but he's a senior. And it's a school that has lost for years and years and years and years in a row. And with this new quarterback, they start winning. And then the town next to them that they have a huge rivalry against cuts off one of his fingers and then ends up killing the whole school's football team by launching the bus off of a rickety old bridge. That part was an accident. They were just supposed to clip the tires or whatever. But it was it had a town witch, and at the end the bus rised up into the heavens. It was just
Okay.
That's weird.
It had a lot of different cliche parts to it, and some of it I just was like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, at least you can turn it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want this crap anymore.
Alright, what is the prettiest book on your bookshelf? You'll go first.
Where it's the Chemical Garden series, or you can call it a trilogy, by Laura Di Stefano. The book cover is beautiful, but not only that, the naked book is pretty, but then also the whole design of the book, and even their copyright page is in the same format. It's just really, really cool. And then all the here's the back little cover, but in some of in the other 2 books, Fever and Sever, they have quotes from different authors who are reading the books, and they're in the same format. So,
Cool beans.
best book on my shelf.
Alrighty.
Prettiest book on my shelf.
So, the prettiest book on my shelf, and this was the other one that I thought might have been a little bit more expensive than my Dances with Dragons, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to do it as the prettiest book, and it is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. And, I mean, the box that it's in, it's very pretty, but the cover, it's all decked out in Elvish, and just the ends are speckly and pretty, and it is a very pretty book. I mean, even the map in here, if I can find it, it's in the very beginning, is very pretty. So I thought this was the prettiest book I have on my shelf.
Nikki!
Mine is Black Pearls, a Fairy Strand by Louise Hawes. It's I don't know, the cover obviously drew me to this book. It's really cool, and it has a little thing, from Holly Black on the back, who's one of my favorite authors. So I was yes, and it has deckled edges. It's just a book about, like, fairy tales. But creepy ones.
Ooh.
I really like it. It's really small. But it's really pretty.
You want to go next?
Sure.
Okay, next one is, what is the ugliest book on your bookshelf?
Prettiest by Scott Westerfeld. I just don't really like these versions of the covers.
Yeah.
I have Pretties and Ugliest. Ugliest has a better cover.
Yeah.
But I'm not plus the ugly 3 for 2 sticker on the girl's face that I never took off. I also have never read this book, and I've had it for a very long time. Well, that's my pick.
All right, for me, I couldn't find an actual ugly book on my shelf, so I found a plain book. It's a very old book. It is The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. I mean, it's just very plain. You can tell it's an old book. It's not embellished very much. I mean, there's just a little bit of something here.
Circle.
Yeah, circle, like a ring with, like, leaves and stuff on it. So that's what I chose as my ugliest. Oh, I don't think it's really ugly.
For me, I chose The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. It's just dated. The picture on it of the dude writing, it's just dated. It's a good book. It's a small book. But the cover's dated.
Alright, what is the shortest book on your shelf?
Jimmy Stewart and his poems. I like Jimmy Stewart. It is 30 pages.
I'd have to say my Fraggle books. I mean, they're children's books. They're only about 10 pages to it, maybe, if that. So, yeah. By Louise Gickow. So, yep, that would be my shortest.
The Boy with the Thorn in His Side by Pete Wentz.
Woo!
I love Pete Wentz.
Pete. Right? Yeah.
This
Make
is
sure there's
about,
Pete, not
this is
Andy.
actually about 40-something pages long, actually. But there's a lot of pictures in it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the longest book in your series? Nikki can go
Harry
first.
Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
How many pages?
Oh, I didn't look. I'm a bad bookkeeper. There's a lot. There's 700 and something.
Yeah.
I like pages. 759 pages in this. I'm sure everyone knows that anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to one I've already said. George R. R. Martin, Dance with Dragons, with the appendixes. Appendixes. 1,016 pages.
Woo! No thanks.
Yes.
War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Coming to a grand 1,386
Oh gosh!
Man,
I have not finished that book.
Okay, what are you currently reading?
What am I not currently reading?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rereading Splintered by A.G. Howard. I'm also rereading The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I almost forgot her name. And I'm reading Marked by Sarah Fine.
Such a pretty book.
It is. I'm reading a book on my Kindle, too. A Deadly Grind by Victoria Hamilton.
Is that a cozy mystery?
Yes, it is.
Yay.
It's about vintage kitchen items.
Oh, cool.
So, currently I'm not reading any books. I actually just finished one last weekend, and because at work we can't read books anymore, I haven't started a new one. So, I'm probably going to read Bared to You by Sylvia Day.
You're answering the next question.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What?
What am I currently reading?
Yeah, the next question is, what are you going to read next?
That I have an answer. I have a different answer for that one. So,
Okay.
ha ha ha. But yeah, this is what I'm going to start reading tonight. What about you?
I'm reading 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James.
She's late in the game.
I'm very late. And then also I am reading Cress, the third book in the Lunar Chronicle series by Marissa Meyer. And if you bought your book at Target, which we all three did, you got... Oh, and I opened up right to it. Carswell's Guide for Being Lucky. It's a novella. It's 2.5, so it's in between Scarlet and Grass.
And we just figured that out today.
Well,
I just learned that today. I was like, and then I picked up my book
I
after you
went
said
to-
that. I'm like, oh yeah.
I went to go add it to Goodreads to currently reading, and I was scrolling through her published books, and then I saw the Carswell's Guide, and it said Target copies only or something like that. Really?
I used to buy your books at Target.
Yes, it does.
And your movies. They usually
Yes.
have better content than other people.
And
Yeah.
sometimes your CDs.
Yeah.
Sometimes there have been artists who have exclusive only. I know they do it for iTunes too, but yeah.
Yep.
All right. So,
We're at Target every weekend, anyways.
Yeah.
what book are you hoping to read next? Ensnared.
I would also like to read that next.
Yes.
I like the little Venus flytraps.
Yeah. So that is why I said I had 2 answers.
Okay.
Because I'm going to read this one this weekend. So, what about you, Roberta? What are you hoping to read next?
The Fairest, which is the prequel to the Lunar Chronicles by Melissa. I always want to say Marissa. Is it Marissa? Yeah, Marissa Meyer. I get Marissa Meyer and Melissa Marr mixed up all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, that one. It comes out on Tuesday.
All right. So next is
Hey.
oh, you. What are you looking to read next?
Well, I'm currently reading
4 books.
4 books, so whenever I do finish that, I want to reread, Morpheus. Unhinged. And then I'm gonna read Ensnared when I buy it. Probably next weekend.
Yes. All right.
Then it will be complete.
Yeah, I need to find
And beautiful on my
Splintered, not paperback.
Yeah.
I need to find it in hardback.
Amazon.
Yeah, kind of have to. So, all right. What underhyped book on your shelf do you love?
Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. Everyone should read it. It's finished now. The whole series is finished now. I haven't read the last one yet. I'm kind of afraid. I don't want Odd to die. I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to spoil anyone else. But it's an amazing series if you like creepy things. And, like, I don't know. I recommend all Dean Koontz's books.
Yeah.
Because I love him. I've been reading him since I was a kid. Him and Stephen King. But I recommend this series.
All right. For me, my underhyped is going to be Charlene Harris's Gravesite. It is the first book in her Harper Connolly series. I know that most people have read The Sookie Stackhouse. I actually think the Harper Connolly series is better.
Okay, mine is Barbara Kingsolver's The Poisonwood Bible. It was an Oprah Book Club book. That's not why I picked it up. It is basically about a family that is Baptist. They're Southern Baptists, and it's like, when does it take place? It's like in the 1960s, I think. And the family goes over to Africa to, on a mission. And it's their story. It follows the 4 girls. It's from their point of view. I don't want to spoil it. It's like urban historical fiction. It's a historical fiction, but yeah. And it takes, where is it? Actually, it takes place in the Belgian Congo in 1959. It's right here. It is such a good book, and from the beginning, it caught me. I just think it's underhyped.
All right. So, question 13. What overhyped book on your shelf do you love? I didn't pick one because I haven't read all my books yet, so I really couldn't choose one.
The Diviners by Libba Bray.
That is a really good book.
I love it.
Both of those books are really good books.
Divergent by Veronica Roth.
Amazing.
Obviously, everyone's read that, and if you haven't, what?
What rock have you been
Allegiant
under?
gave me book hangover. For
Yeah.
days.
I'm not counting Allegiant in the good overhyped books. I mean, it wasn't bad, but that ending destroyed me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did enjoy 4.
Amy.
All right. So, what are your top 3 favorite books? And I just happen to have them all here. And I've already said them. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. A Dance with Dragons. And The Hobbit. I love this book. I read this book in like 4th grade.
Yeah.
My teacher didn't think I could read it. But I read it, wrote a book report, got an A+ on it. Thank you very
I
much.
don't know why you would think that. It's not a hard book to read.
No, it isn't.
I had a bad school year.
Dude,
that year.
I was reading Stephen King in 4th grade.
I know. I know. We're gonna stop right there before I go into a very bad. All right, your top 3.
Splintered by A.G. Howard. Thomas by Dean Koontz. And Divergent by Veronica Roth. Those are my favorites as of right now.
So.
The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The best book ever.
I'm still gonna find you a really nice.
I'm dying to have a hardcover copy. I just have been buying other books. Solace by Gail Carriger, also known as an Alexia Tarabati novel. There's 5, I think, in the series so far. I'm not sure if it's completed. I think it may be. Definitely took me by surprise. Love it. Then I have Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. I think that's how you say his name. Absolutely love it. That's mine.
All right, so that is our confidential book tag. So if you watch this, we tag you.
Yep.
And always read more books.